President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi gave his directives to give all the facilities to the Egypt Future or Mustaqbal Misr project in the New Delta within the framework of the state's plan to expand the agricultural area and increase the agricultural production. This came during the President's meeting with the Presidential Advisor for the Urban Planning, Major General Amir Saeed Ahmed, and the Executive Director of the Egyptian Future Agency for Sustainable Development, Professor Baha Al-Ghannam. The details follow.
Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held a meeting on Saturday with Presidential Advisor for Urban Planning, Major General Amir Saeed Ahmed, and Executive Director of Egypt's Future Agency for Sustainable Development, Baha Al-Ghannam, discussing the latest developments of Egypt's Future project. Presidential spokesperson Councillor Ahmed Fahmy said the head of state instructed the executives to meet all requirements of Egypt's Future or Mustaqbal Misr project in the New Delta within the framework of the state's plan to expand the agricultural area and increase agricultural production, which is a main component of the Egyptian economy. The president highlighted that the state is working to achieve a leap in this regard to maintain food security and increase agricultural exports in a way that supports a boost in the national income. Fahmy also said that the meeting followed up on the project's implementation rates, which aim to provide high-quality agricultural products at reasonable prices to the citizens and to export the surplus. President al-Sisi was briefed on the latest developments concerning the pace of work on the relevant sub-projects, most notably the greenhouse project in Al-Fayoum, land reclamation project in Al-Minya and Bani Suef, as well as the industrial and logistics zone in Al-Daba axis in New Delta. The meeting also tackled efforts exerted to apply the latest technologies in irrigation and land reclamation, as well as the establishment of silos for grain storage.
Upon directives of President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the armed forces continue to airdrop tons of humanitarian and relief aid to the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip. The move comes as Egypt has joined an international coalition to airdrop aid to the Strip after ground aid operations faced many obstacles from the Israeli operations military, increasing the threat of famine on the Palestinian civilians. Egypt also continued the efforts in coordination with the international and the regional partners to access more aid to the Strip through the Rafah border crossing. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry held an extended discussion with the counterparts of the France, Stéphane Séjourné and Jordan Ayman al-Safadi at Tahrir Palace. After the talks, the three top diplomats held a press conference in which they stressed that the two-state solution is the only way to achieve peace. Here are the details.
Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry held talks on Saturday with visiting counterparts of France, Stéphane Séjourné and Jordan Ayman al-Safadi at Tahrir Palace. The tripartite meeting tackled the latest regional developments, on top of which is the Palestinian cause, the Israeli genocide war on Gaza, the release of hostages, and efforts exerted to supply the Gazans with humanitarian aid. Following their talks, the three top diplomats held a joint press conference as Foreign Minister Shoukry stressed that the Gaza Strip cannot tolerate more destruction, violence, or humanitarian suffering, where the death toll of the Israeli genocide war exceeded 32,600 people, mostly women and children. For his part, Safadi reiterated that it's a must to witness real, practical international action to stop the tragedy, to put sanctions on the Israeli government as the Hebrew state continued to breach all international law and international humanitarian law. He added that it's time to stop supplying Israel with weapons and to apply binding UN Security Council resolution to end the bloodbath in the occupied Palestinian territories. Meanwhile, Séjourné described the situation in Gaza as catastrophic, stressing that 2.5 million people lack everything to live. He highlighted that he agreed with his Egyptian and Jordanian counterparts to complete the efforts exerted to reach an immediate ceasefire. The three top diplomats also renewed their country's full rejection of the Israeli planned offensive in Rafah, warned against the disastrous repercussions of the attack, as well as their call on Israel to open the way for humanitarian aid to reach the Palestinians.